right. So we are going to the foyer. That guy's been cleaning his camera for 2 days. I still can't get over how gorgeous Sprocket Manor is. Just don't touch anything. I wasn't going to. Uh-huh. She was definitely going to. Oh shoot, I don't remember. I think it's Soren. I was told I had guests. Thank you for seeing us, Soren. We know you're busy. We'd like to ask you a few questions about the case if you wouldn't mind. Soren? Ellen's lawyers, right? Huh? Yes, that's right. Don't tell me he doesn't remember me. Will Ellen be found guilty? We're doing everything we can to prevent that. That's why we're here investigating. Will you please tell us what you know? Soren? Alright, fine. What was that pause all about? Tell me about the cover-up. It was you who gave the order for that large-scale cover-up plan, isn't that right? What large-scale cover-up plan? Don't play dumb with us! You held 2 wedding receptions in order to try and cover up Mr. Gloomsbury's murder. Ellen thought that through the powers of the timekeeper you built, she traveled back in time. So that's why there were 2 receptions. So he didn't even think about it. Wait, does he seriously not know why the reception was held twice? Looks like I'll have to delve deeper here. I actually believe that. So the cover-up scheme, that fake trip through time, you're not the one who is behind it all. Persnickety stated in court that you were the one who ordered it to be carried out. Pierce said that. I see. I think I'm in charge of everything around me. So whatever he decides is, in essence, my decision too. So I take it you didn't know anything about the cover-up. That's none of your business. But you were in 2 wedding receptions in a row, and still you claim to know nothing? I have nothing more to say to you. Please leave. But Soren... Well, that got us far. Cool. Ow! Oh, there's something written on this paper airplane. Let's see. Go away. I don't get clearer than that, huh? He's looking especially uncooperative, but maybe I can grab his attention somehow. There's still that one piece of evidence I don't know much about. It's worth a try. Huh? Piece of evidence we don't know much about. Oh. One of these 2? Soren, have you ever seen this before? That's... Soren, what is it? Nothing. Why did his whole demeanor change all of a sudden? He's gone pale as a ghost, too. Oh, Soren! Nick, look at his stomach, he's bleeding! Somebody help, Soren's collapsed! Wait, what? Master Soren! Get him to the hospital, quickly now! Okay. Poor Soren, that must be one serious wound. Was he stabbed with the candelabra? What is it, Nick? Well, when I showed him the candelabra, his whole demeanor changed. So I was just thinking that maybe his injury is... Huh? What's this? Oh, it's Soren's notebook. He must have dropped it in a rush to get him to the hospital. Let's take it back to the office. Oh, his notebook, huh? I wonder what's written in it. Don't you? Come on, you know you want to take a peek. Soren's notebook. What to do? What to do? Yeah, we're looking at it. I feel guilty snooping around in somebody's personal notebook, but... maybe we should take a little look-see. Whoa, it's filled with big words written in tiny letters. I guess he uses this notebook to write down his invention ideas? Huh? What is it? Did you find something? After March 8th of last year, the content of this notebook changes dramatically. Like how? Well, ever since that date, Soren's been writing down every detail of his life. As in every. Maybe he decided to start keeping a diary? But this is way too detailed to be an ordinary diary. Either he's really compulsive, or maybe just plain forgetful. But is it really as simple as that? I feel like something happened on March 8th that made Soren change. Well, why don't you let me take a look at that, and I'll tell you. Hey, Maya, let go or we'll rip it. Eep. Oh, crap. Now look what you did. You dropped it. You should have just let me take a look. How is this my fault? Oh, no, Nick. I fell into that pool of Soren's blood. Can't read a thing on these 2 pages now. Uh-oh, you're gonna get it now. Ugh, I guess this really is my fault after all. Let's just put it away carefully for now. We can't let anything else happen to it, you hear? A database-like notebook that chronicles the events of each day in minute detail. Hey look, there's something sticking out of the notebook. Yep, there we go. It looks like a newspaper article. Let's see, it's about the car accident Soren's sister died in. It happened on March 8th, there we go. Yesterday, Soren's notebook completely changed. Oh, wow. What else does it say? It says the driver at the time of the accident was Miss Gloomsbury. Oh. Okay. How does that change things? I mean, there's a lot of reasons that really the whole family would want him gone. It says Soren was in the car too and that he had sustained severe injuries. It's just like Pierce said. Soren completely changed after that accident. Newspaper article added the court record clipping newspaper article detailing the car accident that resulted in Selena Sprocket's death. So Gloomsbury was driving the car when they got into that accident. That opens up the distinct possibility of Soren holding a grudge against Gloomsbury. You think Soren could have... I don't know. It's not like I have any proof. We should talk to Pierce about this when we return Soren's notebook to him. He doesn't seem to be here right now. Maybe he's at the Flying Chapel. Do we want to go to the holds? Nope. To the mooring dock. I sure hope Pierce is around here somewhere. Ah, Mr. Wright and Miss Fay. Nailed it! Hello, Pierce. We were just looking for you. I'm sorry for Master Soren's sudden departure earlier. You have my sincerest apologies. Yeah, tell me about that. It was totally understandable, really, but shouldn't you be at his side right now? It's fine. There are other servants with him, and I'm in constant contact with them. Oh, here's a missive now. Do not forget to give him his pain medication and be sure to keep him hydrated. Also see to it that he is not up and about. He needs complete bed rest. Wait. Is this what happens when you're too rich for normal peasant phones? I must return to Master Soren now, but did you want something of me? Actually, here's Soren's notebook. He dropped it when he collapsed. Oh, Pierce doesn't notice the bloodstain. Oh, thank you very much for this. I will see to it personally that Master Soren gets it back. Thank you. No! I trust you did not look inside. Oh, of course not. Because it is filled with numerous patent-worthy ideas, you see. Look, I know you're busy, but would you mind if I asked you a few questions about the case? Well, as I said, I must be getting back to Master Soren. If you could make it quick, I would greatly appreciate it. Alright, I'll make this as quick as I can. Tell me about the cover-up. I'd like to ask you about the cover-up you tried to pull off if you don't mind. I told everything there is to tell in court already. Disposing of anything that may harm the Sprocket family's reputation is simply a part of my job. Sounds like a lovely job description. I have nothing more to say on the matter. I will say, I do not think it's wise to spend time on topics that have already been discussed. Right. So I'd like to go over every single piece of evidence that I have with you, if you don't mind. Pierce, could you tell us more about this accident? Where did you find that? Did I never tell you about that accident? You did, but you conveniently left out one crucial detail. The fact that Dumas Gloomsbury was driving the car at the time. Oh, did I not mention that? I suppose it simply did not come up then. If Mr. Gloomsbury caused the accident, why didn't the Sprocket family fire him? Wouldn't that usually be the natural consequence of such a huge mistake? Please do not misunderstand. Gloomsbury stayed on with the family. On Master Soren's request. What? That is the type of person Master Soren is. Perhaps it was the influence of Miss Selina's kind nature. She was such a sweet person that even in her last moment she thought of Master Soren. Not only did Soren not hold a grudge against Gloomsbury, he insisted on keeping him on. Now I really don't understand how that guy's mind works. Oh, tell me about Selina's last moments? So you were present for Selina Sprocket's last moments. Yes, in my professional capacity. The accident happened on the way to a certain party. What kind of a party was it? It was Miss Selina's engagement party. Gloomsbury's injuries were minor, but Miss Selina and Master Soren's were critical. They were brought to the Sprocket family's regular hospital. Wow, to have such a terrible thing happen on what was supposed to be a day of celebration. Thanks to the surgeon in charge, Master Soren pulled through, but Miss Selina, she... Alright, let's try to piece this together. The last words Miss Selina said to me were... Please help Soren. Ever since then, I have attended to Master Soren and tried to help him in any way I can. I see. Selina's fiancé must have been devastated. Indeed. The shock of losing Miss Selina was so great he quit being a surgeon. He was a surgeon? Wait, so the surgeon who tried to save them both, was he... Yes, he was Miss Selina's fiancé. What a terrible tragedy. How awful. So where is her fiancé now? Good question. I wondered that sometimes myself. So Selina had a fiancé. I'd like to find out more about him, but I doubt I'll find him anytime soon. So are we done here? I'm afraid I must be going. Could you please just tell me a little more about Soren? There's nothing more to tell. I can't speak any real answers out of him by just asking him questions, but there is that piece of evidence I still don't know much about. Maybe he'll be able to tell me something about it. Oh, alright, well, Here, have a candelabra. Pierce, have you ever seen this candelabra before? No, I don't know anything about it. There we go. My Magatama reacted. Pierce must be trying to hide something from me. I have to break those Cyclocks and find out what. Take that! Let's do this. Pierce, you're hiding something from me about this candelabra, aren't you? It is one candelabra of the candelabras from the Flying Chapel, is it not? Is there something special about it? Actually, yes, there's some blood on it, you see. I think the blood might belong to this person. Well, originally I thought it was Gloomsbury, but seeing Soren's reaction... I mean, Gloomsbury was based on stuff we haven't gone over yet, whereas the Soren thing just happened. Soren has a rather nasty wound on his body, doesn't he? Yeah. Yeah, Yes, Master Soren is indeed injured. Are there any other people involved with this case injured? Not as far as I know. I see. Then let me ask you this, Pierce. Do you suppose Soren could have been more directly involved than you're letting on? What in the world would make you think that? Oh, I've got my reasons. Mr. Gloomsbury's fingerprints were found on this candelabra stem, which leads me to believe that Mr. Gloomsbury stabbed Soren with it. You can't possibly think Master Soren is the one responsible for the murder. I don't have any conclusive evidence of that at the moment, but I do think he had a motive. This proves that Soren had a motive to kill Mr. Gloomsbury.
Take that!
Even though it was an accident, Mr. Gloomsbury was the man responsible for taking Soren's sister away. Getting somewhere. Let us suppose that Gloomsbury did stab Master Soren with the candelabra. Can you prove that it had anything to do with this case? He might have been stabbed at some other location for some other reason. Sorry, but I can prove it was related to this case. Really? Soren's stabbing and Mr. Gloomsbury's death are definitely connected. Are they now? This is the piece of evidence that ties Soren's injury to Mr. Gloomsbury's murder. The fact blood was where the murder took place. A bloodstain was found on the side of the lift that goes between the hold and the Vista deck. Its blood matches the blood that's on the candelabra. I obtained the results straight from the police, so I can assure you this information is correct. This bloodstain on the lift indicates an important fact. It shows us that Soren was there during the crime. Soren's blood is on the lift, which can only mean one thing. He was there, wasn't he? Soren was at the scene of the crime. Crap. You are very astute, Mr. Wright. Appears I can't hide this from you any longer. Oh. Very well, I will tell you everything. Okay. Woo. He was so calm about that. Alright, tell me about your secret. Could you tell me about Soren's injury? Very well. This is what I heard directly from Master Soren himself. As you surmised, Master Soren was stabbed by Gloomsbury on the day of the murder. It happened after the first wedding reception. The happy couple was in the reception hall when suddenly Gloomsbury appeared. He attacked Miss Ellen and tried to take her away. Master Soren went to stop him and found himself in a struggle with Gloomsbury. That is when Master Soren was stabbed with the candelabra, he said. Okay. Though Master Soren was badly injured, he went after Gloomsbury. So Soren really was at the scene of the murder, wasn't he? Yes, that is correct. However, by the time Master Soren arrived at the scene, Gloomsbury had already been murdered. So Pierce is saying that Soren was at the crime scene, but that he didn't have anything to do with the murder itself. Even still, why did you try to keep such an important piece of information from me? I'm very sorry. Master Soren's injury and Gloomsbury's murder were not directly related, so I decided not to mention it, so as not to unnecessarily complicate the investigation. And in the process, complicated the investigation. Got it. Now then, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I really must go now. Please excuse me. Thank you for your time. Pierce should have just told us everything in the first place and saved us all a lot of time. Yeah, but I guess it isn't that simple for him. He is the family butler, after all. He sure didn't make our job any easier, though, did he? But at least we learned something new. Soren was at the scene of the crime. That's true. One step forward is better than none. So what next, Nick? Let's see. The forensics team might be done investigating the reception hall by now. Let's go check it out. Sounds like a plan. And the reception hall. Looks like the police are done with their investigation in here. I wonder if it's okay for us to take a look around now. Shoot. Who could that be? Oh, hi, Mr. Wright. There we go. Hi, Emma. Would it be alright if we investigate in this room now? Sure, the police are all done, so go for it. Oh, remember that broken lantern? I restored it to perfection. I have to say, it's some of my best work. Sounds like the repair job was a resounding success. Thanks, Emma. We'll take a good look at it, too. Oh, I better get back to the station. Not to mess up the crime scene if you can help it. We'll be careful. I'll be seeing you. Hi, Emma, and thank you. Well, shall we get started? Alright, I'll start with this. Nick! What's wrong, Maya? This hasn't moved an inch since the last time we looked at it. It would be pretty creepy if it had. Look, we're in the middle of an important investigation, so try not to shout, okay? I was just hoping it'd change somehow, you know, so it'd be more interesting. Last thing we need is for things to get more interesting. Ooh, shiny. This is where the murder weapon, the timekeeper, was displayed. I guess it's in police custody now. What's this, a key? Let's ask the maid about it. Good idea, she might be able to tell us something. Excuse me, could I ask you a question? Of course, what would you like to know? Do you know anything about this key? It's the key that starts up the timekeeper. A startup key? That's right. Oh. Their startup of love ceremony was so beautiful. The bride and groom each had a symbol of their love, and when they put them together, oh, how romantic it was. Key of love added to the court record. A heart-shaped key used to activate the timekeeper. Okay. First startup of love ceremony. What exactly did that entail? Oh, it's a ceremony in which the couple activated the timekeeper together for the first time. I suppose it was kind of like a cake-cutting ceremony. What are these symbols of their love you mentioned? Well, that's kind of an industry secret, so I can't really say. I'm sorry, I'd better be getting back to my work. Looks like there's an order from above not to talk about it. That's interesting. Hey, I think this tablecloth is new. They must have changed it since yesterday. Huh, how can you tell? Because the food stains that were there are now gone. I should have known it's because it's food related. It's another beautiful day outside, isn't it? Yeah, if only it wasn't the scene of a murder, we could really enjoy it. True. Must be tough for the maids to have to work on a beautiful day like today. Oh, we don't mind. Whoa, I didn't think you could hear me way over here. I don't think of it as simply cleaning. It's more like we're wiping away all of the sadness stuck to the airship. Wow, talk about devoted. I guess we've checked out everything of interest in this area. Oh, that was fast. Did I get everything? Oh, oh, hello, you? Tell me things? Hey, take a look at that door. I wonder where it goes. Shall I open it up and see? Oh, wait, please don't open that. It's the emergency escape hatch. It leads directly outside. You'll fall to your death. Whew. That was a close one, huh, Maya? I'll say. Okay. Anything else? Oh, get a load of that huge set of doors. I bet all sorts of things come and go through there. Like an elephant. I'm pretty sure it's just the bride and groom. This is a banquet hall, not a circus. Oh, there's the one they... Okay. Here's the broken lantern, all patched up. And I do mean patched. Good. What are you talking about? It's good as new. Emma said this was some of her best work, so I know she put a lot of effort into it. It was pretty smashed up. It must have been a lot of work to piece it back together. Well, she gets an A for effort at any rate. Huh? The wheel handle on the back has some blood on it. It looks like somebody gripped it with a bloody hand. Maybe the blood got there when the killer was putting old Doom and Gloom's body inside? I don't think so. You see anything else worth noting? Well, there's another one of these lanterns over there, so it might be a good idea to really compare the two later. Broken lantern updated in court record. The lantern in which the victim's body was found. Emma restored it, but something about it still seems off. Ooh. we go. This is the unbroken peggable lantern. And this is the one that Emma restored. I wouldn't say they look exactly the same, more that they're made up of the same parts. Wait a minute. What is it, Maya? I think there's something off about this peggable. Just about everything about it looks off to me. Not quite sure what it is, but some detail isn't quite right. Show me the restored lantern again. I know. It's this, right? What? Where? The thing about the restored lantern that's off is the... Eh? Shape of the horn, that doesn't seem... Color of the wheel handle? Because I like... Nothing else makes sense. Look, it's the wheel handle. It's a different color altogether. Oh, yeah, it really is. Okay. Oh, they're flipped. Oh, Emma got the inside and outside wheel handles switched around, so that's why we were able to see. Okay. Oh, wow, you're right. And there's blood here on this handle, as if somebody gripped it with a bloody hand. Right, which means that the blood got on the handle from inside the lantern. There's a blood stain on the inside wheel handle, as if somebody gripped it with a bloody hand. You think the blood got on there when the killer was putting the body in the lantern? Oh, it's really hard to say at this point. Whew. Well, I think we've checked out everything relevant to this case. What are you two doing here? Wait, what are you doing here? Dang. Soren, shouldn't you be in bed resting? You're injured. How do you know about that? Never mind. My notebook. Have you seen my notebook? I can't find it anywhere. My notebook. I need my notebook. What's the matter with him? My notebook. I have to have... Master Soren. Master Soren, I told you to stay in bed. My notebook. Here you go. Uh-oh. Yes, this is it. So Soren gets emotionally unstable without that notebook of his. Phew. Looks like he's calmed down now. Soren, do you mind if I talk to you for a minute? I cannot allow you to do that. What if his wound were to open up again? He needs to rest. Ugh, I guess you're right. Now, if you'll excuse us. Master Soren, let us retire. Alright. There they go. Pierce is right. I guess he really isn't in any condition to be questioned. Well, let's go back to the agency and sort through what we've learned. Oop. No. Agency. We're back. Anybody here? Ah, hi, boss. Athena, I thought you were with Trucy. I guess you could say I'm taking a short break. But enough about me. What about the investigation? Did you find out anything? Well, it turns out that the third person Ellen says she saw at the crime scene might have been Soren Sprocket. What? Really? I just thought he seemed suspicious. Thing is, by the time Soren got to the Vista deck, the murder had already occurred, apparently. No way, I don't buy that. Not for a second. It's a cover-up. Cover-up, I tell you. That's certainly a possibility. And as a lawyer, it's certainly a possibility I have to pursue, but what? It's your job, right? So pursue the heck out of it. Just do it. Yeah, but is that really what's best for Ellen? Soren could be found guilty if the truth comes out tomorrow, but if we don't pursue this possibility, Ellen could be found guilty instead. Oh man, either way, it sure doesn't spell out happily ever after for the two of them. So what are you gonna do, Mr. Wright? I can't let an innocent person get convicted, so I guess all I can really do is pursue the truth, even if it ends up devastating Ellen. A tough call to make. Still, there's always a chance, right? Maybe something will come up during the trial that will save their marriage. I hope so, I really do. Maya, let's go. Break the news to Ellen, you mean? Yup. Mr. Wright, please take me with you. I bet I could help you counsel Ellen through this piece of bad news. Athena, I appreciate the offer, but don't you have somewhere else to be? Do I? Athena, what are you doing here? I've been looking all over for you. Come on now, let's get back to practicing. No, wait. My body can't take it anymore. But boss, you gotta help me. A lawyer always keeps their promises, Athena. But boss. If you bail on me one more time, Athena, I'm going to use a real blade on you. Eek! That might be one of my favorite subplots in any of the Ace Attorney games. Sorry, Athena, but someone's got to do it. Better you than me, though. Hang in there, kiddo. Come on, Maya. We'd better get going. Where's that going? Yeah, right. This should go well. Hello, Ellen. How did your investigation go, Mr. Wright? Before I answer that, I need to ask you something. Was Soren with you when Mr. Gloomsbury attacked you in the reception hall? Yeah. I'm sorry I kept it from you. I was afraid that he'd come under suspicion if I told you, so I kept quiet about it. I'm really sorry. I see. I thought it was probably something like that. Listen, Ellen, I'm afraid I had to make a very difficult decision based on what I found out. What kind of decision? This is very hard for me to say, but the mysterious person you saw at the scene of the crime was most likely Soren. What? This should go well. In other words, in court tomorrow, I'm afraid I'll have to propose the possibility that Soren is the true culprit. No, Soren is innocent. No. But don't you see, if I don't try to pursue that line of thought, you'll be found guilty. No, no. No. Please, Ellen, calm down. Ah. Soren just can't be found guilty. I'd much rather be found guilty instead. Ellen, you can't let yourself think like that. But, no. Marriage is for life, right? Do you really think you can run away from the truth and still be truly happy with him? You're not married, so how can you possibly understand? Sometimes you just gotta do whatever it takes to make things work. But, Nick, you talk to her. Hey, don't just dump this all on me. Mr. Wright, I'm innocent, and Soren is too. So please, prove our innocence in court. I'll certainly do everything in my power. I just hope she doesn't lose control like this in court tomorrow.